Okay, this is the process on how to get your Zoom files, your Zoom recordings from the Zoom Cloud to Google Cloud. Um, so to get started, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes as I have a lot of stuff in front of me, so I apologize already. So I'm logging into my Zoom portal or my Zoom account here through the dashboard, and then I'm going to go to recordings. So this is where you would do unfortunately, you can't do a mass export, so you have to actually go into each meeting to do this. Um, so you would go under More, Download. It's just going to throw those directly into my Downloads folder. So you can see right here. At that point, you can go to Google Drive. I'm going to show you a much easier way to do this, but this is just if you're used to the Google Drive interface, this is how it'd be done. So I already created a folder called Zoom Recordings. So if I click on that, sorry, this is moving so slowly. So slowly. There we go. So then in here, I can right click, upload files, and then I would just grab those recordings. Oops. And upload them. And eventually it'll start working on them. You can also go up to new file upload and grab them. So that'll start chugging on that. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. The other option, so it depends on how you want to do your folder structure, but if you want to create a folder for all of your courses, and depending on how much stuff you actually want to keep, that's up to you. The other option is Google just released something called Google Drive for Desktop, which hopefully I've got this set up now. There we go. So this will install. To get here, you just type in Software Center down here into the search bar, and it'll bring up this. So Software Center is something that we'll hopefully be using a lot more of. If you've ever tried to download anything before and asked for admin credentials, if we go ahead and certify stuff through the Software Center, then you don't need to do that. So once that's done, it should bring up this little icon down here. We click on that. I've already had this installed on this machine, so it's going to ask you to log in to your Zoom account. I'm going to go ahead and switch this so we have some continuity here. When you first install it, you'll get this box. So I will put that in. If you have two-step on, you'll notice this little pattern. So let me confirm it on my phone real quick. There we go. So now that is running here in the background once it's done. So once you do that, it'll basically just go through what it does. What it really does is it'll map your G drive. It automatically does that to your Google Drive. So now you have the standard Windows file structure with all of your Google Drive folders, which is really nice because I can't make heads or tails of the Google Drive file structure. So if you're like me and kind of prefer this more graphical interface to find files, this is great for you now. So that will be there. That will log in every time you log in. And the cool thing now about your Zoom recordings, which, where did I go? Why is that not asking me? So for some reason, I've got it set up on this computer that it just downloads it straight to the downloads. But you know, generally you get that setting where it asks you where to save it. No, that's not going to be it. But the nice thing is then you could just save it directly to whatever file you have set up. So under Zoom recordings, if you have 4 different folders for all of your classes, you can just save those files directly there. You don't have to go through the browser to upload those files. So if you're a little more tech savvy and you're a large Google Drive user, I would highly recommend this because it's, you know, it plays nice in Windows and it looks just like your H&S drive. So like I said, you get that through Software Center. It'll be available for you to download. Once it installs, it'll ask you to input your Google credentials, and then that's going to always run kind of in the background. You'll see it down here in your system tray, and there's some options here. You can pause syncing, so it's going to move stuff from your kind of virtual G drive to the actual Google Cloud. So that'll be running down the system tray, and that all happens automatically. So as you're downloading things, just download them directly to the G drive, down to whatever folder you have it set to. So those are the 2 ways to get files off of the Zoom cloud and into Google Cloud. Please do not store any recordings on your local drive because that is going to fill up very quickly. So the nice thing with Google Drive storage is currently it's unlimited. So let's utilize that as much as humanly possible. And I think adding the added G drive there is just a really nice option to save directly to there. And you'll see that it says there's 111 gigs free, but that's not true. So feel free to save all of your recordings there if you want, but really only if you need them.